Hello and welcome, Peter here, Piotr Fissner from Inte.Team. Guys, so we've got a second part of this Denon and probably not the last one. I need to call the customer tomorrow with an update. But I thought I'll record a video because we had the same problem last year with the same model, and as you might remember from the last video, it has no power. So the last no power were only two capacitors on the power board here. Okay, is it off? Yeah, it's off. I can touch it. I can get excited, but I shouldn't get killed. But here I took an apprentice who's working for like 17 years fixing medical equipment for people with cancer and so on. So he fixes those and he started apprenticeship with us, and I wanted to see how his thought process is, so he disassembled it for me. I was able with him to measure it. He measured part of it, I measured some of it, and then I start to assemble it with his photos he made, and I was able to put it quite back together. So I can say the good start with the apprentice, and good that some people are more advanced who are joining us because there's less curve to learn. But back to business, yes? So I've checked everything. I've checked power, standby power button. It receives about 3 volts, which is accurate. It was 2985, so it's not what I would want it to be, like 3.3 volts, but it's close enough. Now I've disconnected all the amps, like all the audio amps for each channel, and that didn't change anything. And that wasn't actually something which I would think of. Why it's so? Because this came without any standby LED. So for me, either the main power supply section here is dead, or the standby voltage, it's reaching the processor, but processor can't work it out. Why it's so? The processor need VCC voltages, and you don't have to know schematics, or you don't have to know the service manual to understand it. Yes, it's just general electronics. Now, when you've got the processor, because normally you can have either a controller or processor. Okay, processor might require not only one VCC line, so power line, but it can require a number of them, so that some sections of the processor can be powered on simultaneously. And now when you've got all the voltages and you've checked all across the CPU, and you check and they are fine, next, if you know you've got power button, you press it, yes, and then you measure it here on this tape. You know, when you press it, it goes down to 0, and then you check it and it reaches the processor, the 5001 I think it's called, and it's fine. Yes, so you can do it with just meter. All you need is meter, and you don't need to do anything else. That's U5001, and U5001 has as well additional things. Okay, one of them is oscillator, so that's a quartz. In this case, I've checked, it's 12 megahertz, because you can Google this model and just add service manual, and you will be able to find service manual like that. Yes, so you go, you find it, and then you see it's 12 megahertz. Yes, so now what you need to know as well is reset pin. Okay, there is in the processor, one of the pin out are reset pin, and it can have stay low or high. Yes, if it has a low, then that means it's in a reset mode, and the processor, even if it will have VCC lines, even if it will have everything else, yes, and the oscillator, the quartz, will give it 12 megahertz, it still won't power on. So the reset need to be state high. Okay, so we know the state is high because we know it's 3.3 volts, 2.985, and we know we've got VCC lines, and we know we've checked there's no shorts on the amps section, and there's no shorts anywhere because we've disassembled it, we've tested and bridge rectifiers and everything else. So we didn't see any immediate shorts, okay? So I said, okay, so what else I can do? Well, I can check the cord. So I took our Intec. It's an overkill for this job actually, because all you have to do is clear output from the quartz. And if you don't see clear output from the quartz, you automatically don't know what it, what it can do. So I'll show you the picture here on, but let me pause it and I will switch to our Intec output picture. So this is something you would like to see, yes? So you would like to see a sine wave. I've chosen 100 millivolts and it's on my probe is times 10. You shouldn't, do those crystal oscillators with times 1 to be true. I wouldn't trust myself with that. Now I took 20 nanoseconds as well, and you need a quick signal, yes, to catch it, but it's not consistent. This signal was going on and off, okay? On, off, on, off, all the time, like that. So I don't have clear signal. So for me, there is a problem with X5001, which is the quartz. So I've checked and I can buy this fella on DigiKey, on Moser, on all those websites which supply electronics. Of course, shipping is like 14 quid. This is like peanuts, yes, less than £1 plus VAT. So we're talking about £20, yes, if lucky, and maybe less, and that's us, or around that, yes. Now, if I can't do it, so that means if the quartz will come, we will replace it and it will be still the same problem, then I would just give up on it, because that's the risk which you can take and which is sort of worth a hassle. But if we will go for quartz replacement and we will see that it still doesn't work because we've got voltage, then that would mean it's a firmware fault and we don't want to go there. And to be true, if it's a quartz fault, it's a, you can say, quick repair, yes, and quite cheap repair as well. This device cost well over £500. Sometimes you can find it on eBay for over £700, so it's worth chasing for sure, okay? We were charging £30 for the diagnosis and I had to change it. This is complex to open and close. We had to raise this one to 50, and now is the last customer who pays £30, yes. So if you want to mail stuff into us, we base diagnosis on the complexity of opening and closing it. Why it's so? Because if someone has to spend 2 hours on it, I need to pay them later 2 hours, yes. So £50 is an absolute minimum if the customer pays for the postage. If the customer doesn't pay for the postage, then of course on top of that will be a postage back to the customer. So let's say £60 you need to count if you send hi-fi, to us. It's cheaper with game consoles because we've got spare parts and so on, so it's not a problem. But you see that crystal oscillator, yes, it's peanuts. It's less than literally £1. The shipping is dear and it is what it is. I will ask the customer if they want to, if he will send me money for the crystal oscillator, I will order it. Yes, I will order it, and we will see. Once it will be replaced, I want to see clear signal, not sine wave on, sine wave none, and every second or two, oscilloscope is showing me on and off. Yes, so that's my diagnosis for this unit here. Tell me if you've got a better way to diagnose it. I was checking simple power supply that produces standby. Standby is sent to this board. I found that it's going as well to the, of course, button through this wire. Yes, that's why I've connected dots, and that's how I found main chip, this one, U5001, and I was able to find schematics which confirm that, and service manual, and then I was able to confirm the VCC pinout. I was able to check VCCs. I was able to open everything, check the shorts on all the amps, yes, all the section of the amps, bridge rectifiers underneath, and some voltage regulators like 705, 7912, and so on. So all of those were checked, and now we only found one issue on this board, which I thought might be a firmware, but then I found that there is a crystal oscillator, so I took the oscilloscope, I've checked it, and now I know that I need to first replace this. Yes, that's how I've diagnosed it. If you know any better, comment down below, guys. But if you would like to get free repairs, we are officially with Utility Warehouse. I can sell services from Utility Warehouse, and you can save up money on repairs, because 80% of the commission I make from Utility Warehouse. If you will sign up at Inte.Team, you will contact us and you say, yeah, I want to sign up. Then if you will send us repairs, we can then subsidize the cost of your repair. Yes, so depend how much we've made, you will see that in the e-wallet, 80% of it, because we will be adding to your e-wallet, and then you can have cheaper repairs or for free repairs, or sometimes get some electronics from us. Depend, you know, what do we have in stock. Yes, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you. There will be more great news as well. I don't have time yet. My technician has to come back, and I would love to plug in the proper audio sound system here, but that's everything, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.